Hey, welcome back to another YouTube video. So a really quick video today, just showing you guys that in fishing in the middle of winter, feeding small amounts of ground bait, small nuggets of ground bait with a few pinkies and a few castors in, you can still go out there and catch plenty of fish. On this particular day, that's all I was doing, basically fishing a short line, top kit plus 2 sections and feeding small sort of golf ball size of ground bait with just a few pinkies in and a few castors. And I was catching plenty of fish, plenty of roach, catching small perch and catching skimmers. Ultimately my target was really the skimmers, is what I was after, but also at the end of the day just fishing for anything that swims by at this time of year is what you've got to do. And there you go, look, just got a bite there, and I think this was actually my first fish of the day, and I got a nice little roach to sort of start the session off. So unfortunately as well, I did get a little bit of a technical problem on the audio of this video, so the first couple of minutes I'm going to do a voiceover, and then it does kick back in where I'm actually talking as I'm fishing. But there we go, look, got a nice little roach to start the day. And I did catch plenty of these at this sort of size throughout the session, so I was quite happy with that as a first fish. Probably a little roach about, I don't know, probably about sort of 3-4 ounces there. So the feeding on the day on this short line was really simple. I was putting in around somewhere between sort of 10 to 15 pinkies on top of that ground bait there. Then I was putting in something that's similar, the same, around sort of 10, somewhere between 10 and 15 castors as well. And I was just putting that in the middle of the ground bait, making a really tight ball, sort of a golf ball size. I had about 5 foot of water, so I was squeezing that nice and tight. The ground bait, I'd made that up on quite of a damp side as well, and as I was squeezing it together, it was a nice little ball and it would get down to the bottom. So just shipping that out, top kit plus 2 sections, finding that far bound marker, turning it over and potting that in. And there we go, and then that's how I was basically feeding throughout the day. So in terms of the hook bait, I was either fishing a pinky or a castor or a maggot, or sometimes even a castor and a pinky. What I found was I'd go out on, let's say, a pinky, I might catch two or three fish, and then it would go quiet. I wouldn't get a bite for probably 4 or 5 minutes. So I'd come back, swap over to a maggot, and I'd instantly get a bite straight away. So I had to keep swapping the bait, my hook bait, all the time, just to keep the fish coming. Like I say, the target was really skimmers, but I was catching plenty of roach, some small perch, and I did have plenty of skimmers on the day. And there we go, float goes under and we get our first skimmer on. This was a really sunny day, but it was really cold as well. We'd had a hard frost the night before. We're now in the middle of December. We've had loads of rain recently and plenty of frosts, but I still had a really good day catching skimmers on this short line. But there we go, look, nice little skimmer, probably what, around 4 or 5 ounces. And you know, if you can keep catching these in a session, you can have a good day. So first skimmer of the day. Okay, so let me show you the rig before I go back out again. Really simple. So in terms of my elastic today, I'm fishing for anything really. Small fish, small perch, roach, skimmers, and potentially I could get the odd carp as well, but I've gone for an 8-10 hybrid elastic. This pretty much gets all my smaller fish out, but it will cope with a carp as well, no problem at all. I'm not really expecting to catch a carp if I'm honest, but if they do come in, I should be absolutely fine with that elastic. In terms of the main line, I've gone for a 0.16 mil diameter main line. Like I say, it's a little bit robust. I probably could refine that a little bit more, go a bit smaller, means I'm catching small fish. But if I do catch a carp, I want to know I can get it out. And I think as a main line, 0.16 mil diameter is absolutely fine. I've got 5 foot of water, so I've got a 4x14 float on today. 5 foot of water, absolutely fine. Normal back shot as usual. Down to the shotting pattern, so I've got a tapered shotting pattern. I've got 3 number 9s as a sort of my droppers there, then I've got number 8s above it in a tapered shotting pattern form there. Down to a 0.11 mil diameter hook length. Down to a size 18 hook, and just putting either a pinky on or a maggot. So let's get back out there again. Find that far bank marker, flick the rig past where I want to fish. Just hold the float up. Once I start seeing that line sort of straighten up, I know my shots are now kicking in, and I'm just going to lower that down straight over that ground bait. So my float hasn't actually settled down there. Oh, got a bite. I think had a bite on the drop, that's why. It picked it up in that last 18 inches. It's only a small fish, little perch, but it picked it up. It hadn't even settled and no, my float just didn't settle down at all there. It just stayed up. The whole of the bristle was out, which is very unusual. So, but that's what it was. A little perch. I picked it up on the way down. So I've got about 18 inches of line between my float and the end of my pole, mainly because even though I'm in 5 foot of water, I've noticed that certainly around my margin here it's quite clear, and we are in the middle of winter now, and you expect the water to get clear at this point, at this time of year. So I'm just making sure I've got enough really distance from my pole away from the water. There we go, fish on. Slightly better fish. What we got here then? Looks like a nice little skimmer. There you go. If we can catch those, I'm going to be really happy. Let's get the hook out. That's another one where it's just in that bottom lip, where it's just a little bit tough. Okay, so this time I'm going to put on a caster and a pinky. So I mean, I've been putting groundbait in with just pinkies and castors, and so basically that's the bait that's in there. I mean, I have caught a few fish now on pinky, and I've caught a few fish on just a maggot. I've in fact had the skimmers on the maggot. It's this time, but I've sort of, the bites have just gone a little bit quiet. It could be that you never know, carp could have come through or bigger fish come in. But I just want to go back to the bait that is actually I've been putting in. So that sun now is right in my eyes there. It's just coming now. The sun is just coming across to my right. Well, I can just about see the float now. But yeah, you gotta. Oh, that flew under. Absolutely shot under that one. Let's just check the bait still on. Real positive bite, that one. But like I say, you've got to sometimes just keep swapping the bait. If you're not getting the bites, if you was getting the bites and they stop, there's always a reason for it, and it could be a bigger fish has come in and scared the other fish off. If the bigger fish is there, you got to try and catch it. So, but don't just sit there and hope for the best that you're gonna start getting bites again. Like I say, if you're getting bites and then it stops, it slows down, there's a reason for it. You might need to top up the swim with a bit more ground bait or whatever you feed him, or sometimes just change the bait. Sometimes it can be changing the depth, but you just got to work it out on the day and try and work out what the fish need, what they want, and work out how you can trigger that next bite. There we go, got a bite. Oh, went down to the tip, back up again. Oh, that's interesting. 2 bites straight away with a caster and a pinky on, and I missed them both. Just took the pinky, so just putting a fresh caster on. And a pinky again. Back out. Just flick it past the swim, hold it up, wait for that line to straighten up. There we go, just drop it in over the top. There we go, fish on. Oh, come on. Slightly better fish, so definitely some better fish in the swim, which is probably why it went a little bit quiet. But by changing that bait as well, that seemed to have triggered the bites again. So that was a slightly better fish. Felt like a skimmer, decent skimmer. So I'm just going to repeat that. castor and a pinky on. It's starting to get a bit cold, so I might put my jacket on in a minute. So I've caught plenty of those roach today. I've had a few skimmers, perch. Like I said right at the beginning, basically fishing for anything that swims. So my float's gone down to the tip straight away. Oh, it's come up. And that hadn't really settled properly, so definitely something there's just sort of picked it up, I think, on the drop. There we go. Slightly better fish. Yeah, it's a skimmer. Yeah, took it in the last 18 inches, so it's just off the bottom. Oh, he's actually nailed that one. And it's freezing. The fish are freezing. There we go. I think I'll end the day there, guys. I've had a few skimmers, and I've had a few perch and a few roach. The carp never come in, but I wasn't expecting the carp to come in, to be fair. It's just too cold. The carp will be out there, much further out, or they'll be shoaled up somewhere. But guys, hopefully you've enjoyed that video. It was really simple fishing today. I mean, I've been fishing with ground bait, small balls of ground bait with a few pinkies in and a few castors in, just potting those in probably about every 20 minutes, fishing it out, seeing what was there, catching what was on that swim, and then feeding it again. Like I say, I caught a few perch, a few roach, and I've had a few skimmers. Hopefully guys, you've enjoyed this video. It's a quick session today, really simple fishing. But guys, if you haven't already, please do go and subscribe to my channel. It is free and it's easy, and it only takes 2 seconds. Also, don't forget to drop the video a like, and if you can spare 5 seconds at the end, please do leave a comment on this video. It makes a massive help. Just let me know how your fishing is going, let me know what you think of this video, and also let me know what you'd like to see on the next one. But guys, tight lines, and I'll see you on the next one.